So, what on the streets is that my wedding sparked joy. Some have said it is the blueprint for what theirs would look like when the time comes. Some have even called me an experienced curator. I planned every part of my wedding to give our guests an intimate experience of our love. So if you're wondering how I was able to do this, well, here's how. Today I will be talking about how I created my dream wedding. I'll be going through my mood board, the inspiration I had for the decor, and all of that stuff. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I will start from the idea of the type of wedding that I wanted to have. I've always said it. I want a garden wedding. I want a small, intimate wedding. I want few number of people that I can actually look into the crowd and see people that I know. And that was exactly what we got. It was a struggle with our family members, but at the end of the day, everybody just really just let us do what we wanted to do. Our initial plan for the guest size was to have 75 people, and so my family would have 25 people. Mark's family will have 25 people, and Mark and I together would have 25 people. These are people that we can invite to the wedding. But somehow the list increased, and at the end of the day, we had about 86 people. But a few people didn't come, so I'll say roughly 79, 80 people were at the wedding. And at every point, I could look around and I could see people that I know, and it was just so nice and so lovely. The first thing was deciding where we would like to get married, like the actual location. Right from time, I've had Jerome Gardens in my mind. See, the first idea I had of my wedding was it was a bit elaborate, right? So I wanted to have a garden wedding, but I also wanted like a sort of curated exhibition of our love and our love story. And so Jerome Gardens is a hotel. It's a hotel in Ikeja, GRA. No, it's Ikeja. Let me not say GRA, but you can Google them, Jerome Gardens. And I think I went there once. I can't really remember, but they have this really nice pool and then gardens, different layers of garden, and then by the side. So my first idea of what I wanted for my wedding, and this was about before I even got engaged, but obviously I knew that we were going to get engaged. I wanted like a sort of love themed personal exhibition, the sense that we would have a vow ceremony. We already knew we were not going to go to church. We wanted to do it outdoors, really short ceremony. I mean, we already had our court wedding, so that was really straightforward. So we would have the vow ceremony part at one of the gardens. Then people would move into the swimming pool for the cocktail hour, and at the swimming pool is where we would have like curated exhibition where they can see like our love story, some of personal tidbits, kind of like imagine an exhibition, but of really sharing somebody's history and all of that. I have a few pictures. I think I'll just add them here as well, so you guys kind of get a feel of what I'm talking about. But as the wedding now actually came, and reality, we're like, yeah, we have to work on a budget, and so I shifted things a bit. And so Jerome Gardens was really perfect for what we wanted. We also went to Jekyll House in Ebute Metta, but yeah, it wasn't really working out. Our wedding was from 2:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. because Jerome Gardens do not allow parties past 8 p.m. So you have to know that. This was a bummer because my initial idea was that we would have an after party in the pool deck, like in the pool area, not the pool deck. But then they were like, oh no, 8 p.m. It was sad. So we didn't have an after party. Our wedding ended by 8 p.m. when everybody went home. What is really lovely about Jerome Gardens is like they have multi-layered gardens, right? So you walk in and there's a garden, small garden here, and then you climb up and there's another garden, and then you go up, and it was perfect. Really, it was perfect for what I had in mind. And so we chose the bigger garden and then their pool deck as well. And so the idea was that at the bigger garden space that we got, we would have the vow ceremony on one end and the cocktail hour at the other end. I really wanted to do a cocktail hour. I don't even know when I got that idea in my head, but I was like, yeah, I just have to have a cocktail hour. And yeah, so it took a while for us to actually figure out which of the spaces at Jerome that we would use. But talking with my planner, me, my planner, and my husband, we went to see the space after we had decided that that was where we were going to use. And we just really stood and brainstormed and figured out, oh, what would work here, what would work there. And yes, that was it. We finalized. We knew where we wanted everything to go. At least we had a rough idea, that we still refined on as time went by. And so that was that for the location. Initially, I wasn't even thinking of using a planner. Bad idea. Imagine if I did not have a wedding planner. I'd actually just be laying in bed and crying right now because it is a whole lot. It is a lot. I'm so glad because for my child I didn't use a planner. And for some reason I thought that we'll just route the answer again like I did for my child. But yeah, nope. My husband's friend and colleague was the event planner, Olivia of Mivia Events, and she really came through. I had to create a brief. We were having conversations. I was sending her pictures from Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, no, let me just give me some time. Let me create the brief of what I actually want to do and to simplify this whole process for you. And so I went into the app I used to design. It's called Studio by GoDaddy, and I just created a brief of what I wanted. It also even helped me, sit down and actually decide what I want and what I want everything to look like. So I started with creating the color palette of what I wanted. I had yellow, peach, maroon brown. It's maroon brown, but there's a nice shade of brown, and green as well. And really I figured out the colors. It simplified everything for me. So I did all of the designs for my wedding. So I'm talking about the invite, the welcome signs, the arrow signs that says, oh, go here, go here. The menu, I'm trying to think about what else I designed. The fans as well. I think that was it. All of the things that we did. Oh no, that's not it. We had popcorns at the wedding. So the tag on the popcorn, I designed that as well. So for creating my brief, my first step was obviously my colors. What do you want to? What are the colors you want to see? So I got that part down, and then the next thing was deciding, oh, what do I want this garden to? What do I want this wedding to feel like? And I already knew that I wanted an intimate wedding. I wanted an intimate experience. I didn't just want people to come and just blah 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 and then they just go. I wanted people to come and feel like, oh yes, this is a different experience. I really wanted people to come and actually experience the wedding. I've been to so many weddings where I just go in, next thing the couple comes, next thing. Sometimes I'm even sitting somewhere, I can't even see the couple. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just at one table at the back eating rice, and I didn't want anything like that. I wanted people to actually have an experience, and then go back and know that, yes, we actually celebrated two people getting married. We actually celebrated love today. I broke it down to, okay, now I know my colors, I know the feel of the wedding I'm trying to give, and then I moved on to the vow ceremony, which is obviously the first part, the first thing that we would do, the first part of the activities. And then I decided for the vow ceremony, I decided on the decor, how I wanted it to look. I wanted those white chairs with like brown cross back. That was not negotiable. I wasn't changing those chairs. It just gives you a certain look that is sophisticated, and so that I just put that down in my mood board. These are chairs. This is the type of chair I want at my wedding. And then I decided. See, this was really the game changer. I didn't want any like basic aisle, and so what I decided to do was to. I saw this on Pinterest. I think I saw it on Pinterest a while back, and I just saved it. So my idea was to have bohemian themed rugs just crisscross along the aisle to actually make up the aisle, and I put it down in my mood board, but in my head I was like, I just hope that we can achieve this, and I put that down. I also wanted umbrellas, those colorful umbrellas that are just like up on a string, because obviously it was a garden wedding, and I didn't want people to stress so much. It's Nigeria, Lagos is hot. And so I wanted to put that in form of shade and, a bit of aesthetic purpose as well. But I decided against this. I changed it. I switched it up. So my vow ceremony vision was the white chairs with the crossbar, aisle made up of bohemian themed rugs, just haphazardly spread along the way. The umbrellas at the top, the colorful umbrellas just dropping in from the top. And then the place where we would stand, as me, my husband, and the preacher would stand, I just wanted a flower arc That's what I wanted at first, right? But then I fine-tuned this after a lot of going back and forth. I took out the umbrellas at the top. I left the trees had gave us a piece of shade, so we took that out. Definitely left the aisle. That was just a banger. I left the aisle, and then I decided that, oh, I want some sort of draping at the front place. I actually took out the flower arc for the draping, but the decor person, her name is Favor from Intimate Weddings by Fav. She did my cut wedding flower arc, and she delivered on time, and she delivered. But yeah, she was really so keen on the DIY art. Sorry, say DIY. She was really so keen on the flower arc, and we went back and forth. I was just like, just put it. So for my bar reception, the chairs, the aisle, the draping, and then the flower arc. Pretty easy, pretty simple, and that was that for that. You know how I said that I wanted the cocktail hour. That was so key for me. And so the idea was that immediately after the vow, obviously we'll take pictures, and then people would move over to the cocktail section of the wedding, which was just the vow is here, and then at this other side they just moved to the cocktail area. My husband and I went to ShopRite to scout for wines that we would use for the cocktail hour. So we literally just went, got some recommendations from some of our friends. We bought a few bottles, we went home and we sampled them. But we decided to get a white wine, a red wine, and rosé, and non-alcoholic wine. So we got all of this. We got a bar service to cool the drinks and serve the drinks in wine glasses as well for the cocktail area. But the thing that was a twist and that was really different was popsicles. So we had popsicles and cocktails. I saw this on Pinterest as well, and I was like, yeah, we just have to try this. My husband at first was like, popsicles, who would be interested in it? But let me tell you guys, that popsicles was the best idea ever. Like, our guests rushed the popsicles. Before I could look back and front, it finished. And in my mind, I was like, oh crap, I wish we actually got more. It's cocktail hour, we have the cocktail, the wines, people also get popsicles. You can dip it in, or you can just take it, just take the popsicle as is. But that portion where we have the cocktail area was where we also had like our photo setup. And I had my friend Sopo, he's an artist, handled the art painting section of it. You know how I said we wanted it to be an experience, so we got our friend who is Sopo to make a sketch of us. He made a sketch of us, and we got the guests to just like come in and paint in. So they have like some activities to do as well. And yeah, for the photo setup area, initially I wanted like a couch. There's a tree at that corner. I wanted like a couch in front of the tree, and then another bohemian rug under the couch, and was that all? And then Polaroid pictures around the tree. But later on, budget and all of that, I was like, let's just take out the couch. Polaroid pictures around the tree, yes, because we have a ton of Polaroid pictures in our house. And then we made the big Polaroid Instagram thing where we hung it to a tree where people just put their face in and, can see where it's marked, whatever, and they take a picture. That was when me just like coming down to budget. It's very simple. We actually brought our ottoman from our house to replace the couch, but people didn't even actually sit down there. So I'm glad that I did not waste a lot of money on the couch. And so that was really the big idea for the vow ceremony and the cocktail area. Some little touches that I wanted for the vow ceremony. So my friend Alex Ash, he is a musician. He's such a great musician, such a great artist. That's it, right? Artist, yes. And I wanted him to sing me in. That's when they say, oh, the bride is coming. I wanted him to sing me in. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of this song, but the wise men say, why do but I can't help falling in love with. Yeah, you get the idea. So that was the song that I wanted to walk in with. And so I wanted him to sing. He agreed. He was like, yes, sure, I'll sing for you. And my friend Dara was going to play the keyboard. But I don't even know what happened that day. I think they had technical issues, so that part did not work out anymore. It was sad actually, but everyone kept telling me, see, Cassie, that's how weddings are. Not everything will work out. Just focus on what you can control. And so I just moved on. Also, I had 2 flower men, and the idea was for them to put on a show. Obviously, the flower men would go first before I myself now come with my dad. But then one of them got stuck in traffic, and oh yes, another thing that did not work out was that I wanted, as the guests come in and they sit down and wait for the procession to start, I wanted like some nice, cool, calming music. My first song was I got like instrumentals of Christian songs that I really like, so that they would play that as the guests come and sit down. But that did not work out. I don't even know what was happening. I just knew that I was not hearing music where I was seated to wait for them to call me to come in. I was like, why am I not hearing music, you people? Oh. But later on, they told me that there was a problem with the light. The light kept tripping off and on, and that the DJ had to get his own small gen that he came with to power his setup or something. I'm like, so for the reception area, I had the mood board right down to what I wanted the reception area to look like, and so right from the the tablecloth colors, the napkin colors, the type of cutlery and plates, and even right down to the vibe that I wanted it to have. So we had the bulbs in the evening because obviously when it gets dark, I wanted the bulbs to come on to give a kind of dreamy, intimate setup, and I got all of that. Zero complaints. Nah, zero complaints. It was a really good day. Another thing that I did that was a bit unusual for my wedding was me and my husband created a video where we just thanked everybody for coming in. It was a nice video and a great idea. I remember when I told my husband about this, he was like, But at the end of the day, people really appreciated it. It's part of the experience I wanted to give people. So nearly people moved into the reception. We had the video playing, talking about our love story, how we met each other, how we have grown being with each other. We thanked all our family members. We thanked people. We just put together a really cute video to welcome people into the reception base before we then walked to join them and did our first dance. Honestly, I wouldn't say that we actually had a set budget we were working with, but we knew what our pockets could carry. Let me just put it that way. And we used this expense tracker that I got from Belinda. I don't remember her surname. Belinda Nna. I will put the link somewhere. It was so helpful. It was a Google Sheet or an Excel document. It opened as a Google Sheet for me, but it was really helpful. And we just really laid out all of our everything, literally everything concerning budget, logistics. Everything was on that sheet, and we could easily see, and help us with our budgeting. So we spent about 6M for our white wedding, and this is inclusive of miscellaneous and all of that. And I think that we could only have done all of this because of our friends, our family members who really contributed to the wedding. I didn't know that people actually send you money when you're planning your wedding, but it was really nice. It was really thoughtful. Like our friends, Mark friends, though. I mean, people were just showing up in so many ways, and it was just like God really provided for us for this wedding. I mean, look at my wedding dress. I didn't have to pay for my wedding dress because I know that if I had added wedding dress money into that into our budget, it would have really like gone off the roof. The way my hair is now was the same way I wore my hair to my wedding, and so there was no like hairstyling. There was no hairstyling. What's it called? Fee for my makeup. I knew what I wanted. My husband's suit was pink, so I really wanted like a pink-ish kind of look. I think the makeup artist, at the end of the day, it was more nude-ish than pinkish. But I was like, everybody said it's nice, it's nice. I was like, yeah, let's just free it. But this is what I wanted, and then this is what my face looked like, and the actual look I used for my wedding. I really wanted like that pink glow, pinkish vibe. But it still worked out at the end, and yeah, I looked like myself. At least if there's anything I want to say is that I looked like myself. Like the makeup did not make me look like an entirely different person, and she was really fast, really professional. Mobile underscore faces or mobile. I'll put the link somewhere. You can check her out. She was also really budget friendly. She did my makeup in the morning and then she just left. That was it. I knew I wasn't changing to a reception dress, so there was no point in having her with behind. For my nails, I wanted a flowery, summer, pinkish kind of vibe. I never fix my nails actually because I'm not a fan of fixing my nails. So I just wanted something really nice, flowery and pink, obviously because my husband's suit is pink. And so this is what I got from it. This is what my nails looked like for my wedding at the end of the day. There were some things that wasn't exactly how I wanted, but at the end of this, like getting there and like, it's okay, it works. Nobody really notices that I told them to put it left and they put it right, It all just worked out fine. Yeah, so it was nice. It was a really good experience. I felt so good with myself. Lots of the things that I wanted actually worked out, and even though some of the things did not work out, but a lot of the other things really worked out, and everybody said they had a good time. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, if I'm going to get married, this is the kind of wedding I would want to have." Even my mom and my dad, they were complaining that, why would you have just 70 people, increase the space, get another space that's bigger. At the end of the day, I asked them, "Oh, so how did you find the wedding?" And they were like, "Oh, it was really lovely." I'm like, duh, duh. And I'm glad that I actually got that. Everybody that came enjoyed themselves, and it was so cool and so much fun. And the DJ was giving us hits back to back, and everyone was happy. It was just such a nice environment. It was really good. But yes, that is basically me planning and creating my dream wedding. I don't know if I missed out anything, but if I did, please ask me in the comment box. I would respond to you. So yes, that was the wedding. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I look very awkward right now, but yeah. See you guys in my next video. I went to rub lipstick for this video, you guys. So please like, subscribe, comment, share, ask me any questions that you want to ask me. I am here, open, willing to respond. And yes, see you guys in my next video.